Well, basic training, it's nothing to that. You just go in and they don't they don't give you any specific training except for the basics. And when I got out of basic, they picked a bunch of us that had for the mechanical abilities, and they collected us all at Fort Lewis, Washington, and we spent several months there. And we were just, they had time to observe you and see if you could do anything. And from that point, we got a leave and went home for just a little while and came back to Fort Lewis, and they loaded us on an airplane. We landed in Fairbanks, Alaska. Then we landed in Japan, and then we landed at Phuket Air Base uh, in Vietnam, and that was beginning of a pretty good experience. I didn't see that much action. A lot of folks did, but I didn't, and a lot of them in my unit saw quite a bit of action. And we had a job to do. They put us over there where there was 30 D7 dozers, and we had to assemble the cabs and all of the bull blades and the KG blades. And our lieutenant, he had a pretty tough job. He's trying to get equipment and stuff from all of the other companies that for us to work with, because they didn't provide us any kind of a maintenance deal. They sent a bunch of mechanics and a bunch of welders, which that's what I was, a welder. They sent us over there, but we didn't have the equipment to work with. We had 30 brand new D7 dozers. And we got out there, lieutenant was going from one commander to another one trying to borrow a crane or a front end loader or whatever so we could pick up the heavy parts on those cabs and assemble them and then set them on the back of the tractors. And some of the guys, we got to talking, and I told them that at home we had tree pushers on the front of the bull blade dozers, and that if we could find a big beam, we could pick those things up with a bull blade dozer and assemble to get all that stuff ready. And lieutenant come back in one time, and he was surprised we had about 10 or 15 of those dozers together. And I was welding the back legs down on the cabs, me and Dwayne Roby and Treblehorn. He's in this deal out here. And from that point on, every time we'd get 4 or 5 of them ready, well, they'd send them to locations and start them working. And some of those boys were from New York City and just all over the country. And when they first got there, some of them didn't even know how to crank a dozer, let alone operate it. But from the time when they'd get the taste of running that dozer, in probably a month or a month and a half, you could have put them out on the job working for a public contractor out here somewhere. They was good, and they was quick to learn. And we went through several towns there. It'd be hard for me to remember the names of them. We lost our first 2 people on Manyang Pass. The brakes played out on their truck. They was hauling a D7 dozer, and it was on a down incline going down. The brakes faded out, and they couldn't get it down into a lower gear, and it went over the side. And that kind of wake you up that, hey, we got a serious job out here. And went several other places, and we cleared 400 meters on each side of QL-19. I'd say from the little base camp that they carried us to from Phuket Air Base was about 60 miles out into the country, the boonies. And we got on QL-19 there, and that and all of the other work that we did just piecemeal in different places